back to my channel. It is KT, and in today's video we're going to be doing a modeling my fans concepts part 3. Now if you guys don't know, I'm actually going to be making a game based on these series. So whenever I model something, then after this I will actually put it into a game I am making. Now it's not out right now, and I'm going to be doing streams on development wise, not modeling wise, but more like the map and rigging and stuff like that I will be doing on streams. So if you guys want to watch those, definitely look out for those kind of streams. I've already done one kind of stream on that, so if you guys want to check that out, you also can. But yeah, today's video we're going to be modeling one of these that is going to be one from the wheel. And yeah, let's get right into today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already to become Late Potatoes. And like this video if you guys want more of these modeling my fans concepts. And also join the links in the description below. Those are my discords and also my Roblox group. We are close to 2k on the Roblox group, and also we are close to I think 1,000 on my Discord group, so it's very appreciated if you guys join those. But let's get right into today's video without further ado. So go ahead and spin the wheel and see which one we win. And yeah, let's do it, because we have actually a lot of them on here, and sometimes I might spin and they might not be there because someone actually deleted their concept, or they deleted it on purpose. But yeah, let's go ahead and spin this. Right, let's see what we get. So we have the Kira. I'm going to go ahead and open the concept up and find the concept, bring it into Blender, and then bring you guys back, and we're going to start the modeling progress. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So here we have the Kira model, or the concept. Actually, we have not made the model. It reminds me kind of like an owl, and it doesn't have eyes, which I really love the concept. It is a little bit messy, so it's going to be a challenge to use, as the wings are not all the way in the concept, but I can always arrange that. I do have a little bit of plans to make it a little bit better and to improvise this one as well, and I'm really excited for today's video on making this guy. But let's go ahead and start on the base of this model. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the body. As you can see, the body is a bit messy, and I feel like these legs should be a little bit up more, like maybe like right around here. I'm not exactly sure though. We're going to just go ahead and but we're gonna go ahead and make the shape of the body and do the best I can basically of making that, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I have the base of the body kind of done, and I decided to make his tail a little longer. Now, of course, yes, this does look like a weird shape because I have not shaped this yet, but as you can see, I do have the base of the body. So we're gonna go ahead and actually mic shirt, because I do not like when the model kind of looks like that, because that's not my style. And we're gonna go ahead and actually make this part a little bit beefier, and this somewhat part beefier, because it does have an arm right here, but of course it's not like a back leg right here. So this one's gonna be a little bit more thicker than this one. So we're gonna go ahead and actually thick this out. As you can see, it looks like a total mess right now, but that's okay, because we will be fixing it up to make it look fantastic. Now this tail does need to be a bit thicker, as it is kind of a skinny for the size of it. Now that's perfectly good. I feel like it's a little bit too skinny though on the Z-axis, so we're going to add and actually thicken that so it does look a bit natural, because it didn't look very natural there. So we're gonna go ahead and find the parts that we need to smooth down a little bit, like these two right here. They are not, oh gosh, they are not really part of the arms or anything like that. I'm going to make it so it's not too skinny, because of course we kind of want it to go down a little bit but not make it too noticeable. Okay, so we kind of have the base shape here. I think this is a pretty good start for this creature. I also have to make sure that it's a good color, because if not, it's gonna look bad. So yeah, it's a good color right now. It is perfectly fine. There is no details whatsoever, as you can see, like with the patterns or anything. So that's the easy part, and I'm gonna keep out patterns mainly because I feel like it does fit without patterns and just plain white fur and stuff like that. We're actually gonna move on to the face first. Or actually, I think I'm gonna do the little furs here. Now, as you guys probably know, fur is one of the hardest things to do when modeling for some of the people who are new to it and stuff. So that's the only reason this one would probably be a bit hard. But I mean, fur's kind of gotten easier for me throughout my modeling experience over the years, and I feel like it would be a bit easier for me. I kind of normally make them a little bit chubby, depending on the type of fur, to make it look more natural than it would be spiky, because spikes would not really fit it. And sometimes you do need to torque it a little bit so then it does look more like fur, as sometimes the concepts, when they draw the fur, it doesn't look as good in the model as it would the concepts. And also you want to make sure they're thick as well, and sometimes what I do to make them more look like fur is sometimes I add smaller ones right next to it, as you can see like I'm doing here, and that kind of gives off the fur vibe. Now sometimes this doesn't work and it does look a little bit weird, but I think that this is perfect for this guy. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. That looks pretty good. And sometimes if you are a little bit lazy and you don't want to do a lot of fur, you really could just take them and then duplicate them and then go to like the z-axis if something's below it and kind of put those little furs there, and there you got like 2 sets of fur right there. But sometimes it's good to have a unique kind of texture and different stuff. But for this one, I think this duplicating is actually pretty well for that one. I might change a little bit on this one, and I think there's like fur down here. Yeah, there's kind of a little bit of fur right here that I will change a little bit on. And then there's a ton of fur on the neck, which I can actually do right now. So I kind of have like the base of the top and bottom as well, but I did decide that I actually want to do some on the side. Now the concept doesn't show any fur on the side, but sometimes adding a little bit of fur will make it more realistic, and it would also make it pop out a little bit. Now you don't want to add too much fur on the side as it could look a little bit weird, but every now and then a little bit of strokes there would look pretty good. And you just gotta find like that right angle though. That's all that you really have to worry about. And if not, it might look a little bit weird. So I kind of have some on the side, and I decided actually to put some on the very front as well, because the very front of the neck is very fluffy, and I thought if I put a little bit fluff of there, it would look really cool. I also had a really good idea of actually adding like fluff to the very back of the tail. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate. Now whenever I have them joined together, it also helps a lot with the rigging. So I would suggest, if you're going to be doing a lot of fur or something, I would suggest joining it. But if you have like a lot that you want to add, I would suggest keeping one section just not joined at all, just in case you want to add some things. And I was kind of thinking for the tail we could have a lot right here. Now we don't want to have too much because of course that can add up whenever you're making a model, but I think a little bit of fur right here would look pretty good. Okay, so we kind of have the fur of the tail kind of done. Now it kind of does look like spikes, but it also gives that kind of snowy like feel that the concept's kind of presenting here. I also forgot some right here actually. Like sometimes I'll be modeling and I'll forget some details. So I mean the tail ones, I mean they look pretty good. I might remove them though because I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of what they look like. But yeah, that's all the fur we kind of had. I'm actually pretty proud of this fur because, I mean, I don't make the best fur and it's not the best. So we're gonna actually move on to the head so we can actually match it up. I think I put the neck too far in, but that is okay because I can always do adjustments and rearrange some stuff. And I feel like a longer neck for this guy would look really cool. Okay, so I kind of make the head a little bit bigger than I think it should be. Like, it's kind of looks really cool, but I thought instead of having it look like this, because I feel like it doesn't really fit it if I do these. I don't know why, but I just feel that way. I'm going to actually, if I can find one that's not joined, there we go. I'm going to actually take one of these and try at least to put like horns maybe. That would be really cool. Now, this looks terrible. What is this? We're gonna fix that real quick. Okay, so something like this actually looks really good. It reminds me kind of a goat, and I really do like this, even though it was supposed to kind of be like this. I feel like this is a more of a better way of doing it. I don't know why, but it just feels like that. Again, I'm not gonna go 100% off the concept. I'm going to try to make improvements to make it look a lot better. And I think the side fur and this little horn is definitely helping it out a lot. And I really do like how this is going, by the way. Like, this is one of my favorites out of all this, like, the series we've done so far. Okay, so we kind of have like the beak's shape right here, as you can see. Now this looks super cool. I need to like just unshow that, but we are going to actually make this a tiny bit shorter. I feel like it's maybe a bit too big. I am not exactly sure. I think I need to shape it a little bit better though. I feel like it's kind of badly shaped. I don't know why, but I just feel like it is. I was thinking it would be more sharp at the end, and right now it's kind of not sharp at the end, so we're gonna try and sharpen it just a tiny bit. Something like that looks pretty good, although it kind of made this look a little bit weird. I'm gonna try fixing that. Yeah, like kind of like that. Just ignore the little thing in this middle. So technically this isn't a beak, but more so just a face. So we kind of want this to go out a little bit as well. And I was kind of thinking it could go out kind of like that, instead of just being all there. Like that looks really good. I kind of want it to be a tiny bit bigger because it is the face after all. I mean, that kind of looks bad. So I can actually just keep it like this. Now for the eyes, I kind of had like an idea for it. We kind of have with the concept so far, just like 3 circles. And I kind of thought it would be really cool if they were not circles, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and surprise you guys and see if the idea works. I probably will redo it a lot, but we'll see if it works. Okay, so my idea actually looked pretty well on this, and I kind of did the same concept as putting circles, but I did put in the between of these guys right here. I kind of indented these and also made them a little bit darker of the color to give it more of a good look, and I honestly really love how this is going. Now we're gonna work on the legs and the wings. I'm gonna actually make the wings arms a little bit chubbier so then it can support the weight of the head, because the head is really big and it's probably really heavy as well. So I was thinking of buffing these arms up a little bit and then leaving the like back legs as they are probably. Okay, so I finished the back legs off screen because that would take a lot of time, and I also have been recording this for about a month now. That's very crazy because I've like had barely any like motivation for some reason, so I kind of like quit a little bit and then kept going. That is why episode 3 is coming out so late. So yeah, that's what I'm doing basically. I'm almost done with this guy. I just have to do his arm, and I'm just dying over here. It's not that I don't want to do it, it's just I'm dying over here because modeling can take some time as well. But yeah, I did the back legs. I decided to make them actually longer because I feel like that gives it a better look to me. It just looks better for me. I don't know why. I was thinking like really long legs, but after I did that, I kind of was like, I don't know, because let me just show you what it looks like with really long. It's way too long though. Like that would look good. Yeah, that looks a little bit too long, but I made it so they are longer, but they're not too long. So it looks pretty good now. I'm going to keep looking like that. Now the legs, it's not my best legs I've made, but they're pretty okay. They're pretty okay. I was thinking for this one, I would actually make the arms less skinny, because as you can see, actually no, I could just make this. What am I doing? Okay, hold up. Okay, so I'm just gonna, definitely didn't see nothing. I just transferred this side. But I'm gonna make the arms a little bit like tougher, because how is this guy supposed to support his own body if the legs are not that thick? So I'm just going to go ahead and just this. It's gonna take actually not that long. I'm actually not gonna make the wings, as those are gonna be a pain and I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm going to probably either make those, if I'm not actually making a game on this, I just like, I was going to, but then I thought like, I don't know, I don't really feel like it. But if I do make a game, I'll just use the special, whatever they're called, to use. But I'm not gonna be making the wings, I'll just make this. Now, if you guys do want me to make the wings, I will definitely go ahead and take my time out of my day to actually do those. But as for now, I am not doing those on this episode. So in the concept, it kind of shows like a big part on the bottom. So I decided to make this really wide. Now, it kind of looks weird, but don't worry, it's going to look fine. Now, it is really short because I have not longed it yet. But let's see actually what it would look like. Ooh. Okay, that looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. But I'm not finished, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. I just gotta make this. I'm actually gonna copy and paste these over here that I made, so then it would be a lot easier on me, and I don't have to take 10,000 years just. How did I not have it in first person? Wait, I had it in first. Oh well. Yeah, I kind of just flattened the bottoms of them so they look a lot better and easier. I'm also going to, because as you can see, we kind of have those, but it's not going to be too much, because in this one, I kind of lifted this up a little bit. But for what I did with those, basically, is I just took this part, like right here, and kind of lifted it up. Now, I'm not going to do the whole way, because as you can see, this one's a lot lower than this one, which is more outwards. Now, it kind of looks weird, but I do love it. It looks really good, actually. Like, it looks a bit odd at first, but then it's pretty good after. I don't know why, it just does that to me sometimes. But I'm gonna just go ahead and copy and paste these. I'm gonna make these nails a lot longer than these ones because it kind of looks like they're a lot shorter over here. Let me just copy and paste real quick, and hopefully. Now, I tried to make fur at the front of this, but I only made them on the side because it kind of looked a tiny bit weird, but that is okay. Actually, I want to make this longer now. Just making it bigger, but that's okay. We'll live with that. There you go. That's a lot easier. I'm actually going to straighten it up just a tiny bit. It actually looks pretty good. A little bit weird, but pretty good. Okay, we're not going to worry about how weird. Now we're just going to take these guys right here and actually right down here. I'm actually going to need the higher those. Also make these a lot bigger. I'm actually going to have to make this a lot smaller. Let's make it longer because it was like really big. I don't know why, but sometimes scaling does. It's me. Like, don't do that. That's not something. You know what this looks like? It looks like, I'm pretty sure that they're pronounced kaijus, but it kind of looks like one of those guys. I don't know why. From like the Godzilla movies, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know why. It just looks like something that would come out of like a Godzilla kaiju or something like that. Now I just need to make these a bit bigger. I want to make these actually really long. That would look, I mean, that would look pretty decent. I'm thinking, but it's probably gonna look terrible. So I'm actually experiment with this, and then I will come back, you guys. Okay, so I tried to experiment and it looked terrible. So we're just going to go with this. So perfect. I actually need to make this go back a little. So I'm gonna collect all these guys again. We're gonna scoot them back just a tiny bit. Now, that looks pretty good. We would have wings right here, so they would kind of be like gliding, but we're not going to do that because it's in Blender. There's not really a reason for it. So it'd be like a gliding kind of creature. It reminds me of like a mix of a dog sort of thing and an owl together. Now I did kind of mess up with the head because it's shaped like this, and I shaped it like this, and as soon as I noticed it was actually shaped like this, it was too late. I already made it, and I'm like, shoot, well that just went. So I decided to make this part right here, and that's kind of it. But I think this turned out really good, actually. I feel like this turned out pretty good. It took over a month for me recording because of my loss of motivation, but I am back and I am actually really motivated, so I'm gonna be recording like a ton of these right now and edit them a lot like later or something. So hope you guys did enjoy. Comment down below what you guys think about this guy. I think he turned out pretty good. He's a lot better than these guys because I'm using a better style than that, and he's more shaped and stuff like that. The only thing I find weird is these legs, but I think they look pretty good, and I think they make him look more like alien-like than anything for me, to be honest, I feel like. And I really love how I did the fur like that. I'm really proud of how I did the fur because I feel like I did pretty good on that stuff. So I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!